back to Oregon Quilting, and we are still on location at International Quilt Market in Portland, Oregon. However, it comes out of Texas, but I have Brianna with us, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what market is, because in the fall there's also Festival, which anybody can go to.
Right. Festival is our consumer show, so it's open to anyone, general public. But Market is a trade show that's just for people in the industry. And this is a place that companies come to introduce all their new lines, products for the next 6 months. And then, of course, they'll do the same in Houston in the fall, and that gets us through the next 6 months.
The next 6
right.
months, yeah. And there's so many new, exciting things that we've seen here today. It's just been really fun. So how long have you been doing this?
Personally? I've personally been with the company for 7 years.
Wow,
yes.
okay.
Market is 35 years old. Yeah, 35 years old now. Okay. So they've been doing this a lot longer.
A lot longer. I was able in 1996 to go to Lyon, France.
Oh, wow.
And that was really exciting. But to have you come to Portland is special, because often we feel like, you know, everybody knows the South and they know the East Coast, but we're out here and sometimes we feel like, you know,
a little neglected.
Yes, yes.
Well, it's funny you should say that. We've actually just announced that we're bringing one of our festivals, our consumer shows, to Portland starting next year. So next August of 2014, we'll be back in Portland, and we'll have a show that's open to the public. It's going to be called Quilt, Knit, Stitch. So it's going to bring kind of all of those elements together.
Okay. Oh, that will be exciting.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So thank you, and be sure and stay tuned. Next year, already make your plans, your reservations for August, and we will be back here in Portland. So thank you, Rihanna.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
It's Oregon Quilting time, and I'm here with my friend Brian. He flew in all the way from England to see us and share some of the new fabric freedom that's going to be available in your quilt shop shortly.
Well, this is coming in August, A Quiet Place, and this is all our poppies. And you've got hollyhocks and geraniums. And The Quiet Place is a little cottage there. And there's quilt projects, as you can see here along the bottom, for each of the colorways. People have loved this. They really like our big flowers. They're all hand painted, so people really respond to the big flowers.
International Quilt Market is now open for the day. We are open for the day. Hope everyone has a great day of doing business.
Yeah, and this is called Clear Cut. This is based on the Art Deco Tiffany style of glassware. And we've done this particular design before, but we've recolored it. And here we've got lots of new coordinates as well to go with it, including the Charles Rennie Mackintosh rose. And great new projects again with that. Really colourful.
Because every fabric line has quilts
yes.
to go with it.
Yeah, all free downloads from our website. And this one's called Miss Havisham, based on the book Great Expectations by Charles Dickens.
Oh, wonderful.
And this is to recall that she was sat in a big house on her own after being stood up at her wedding on her wedding day, and she sat in her wedding dress, wedding cakes on the table, cobwebs all around her, faded flowers. So you've got the lace here of the wedding dress, the cobwebs and the faded flowers. There we are. Very atmospheric. This one's Peace Garden. We wanted this to reflect the circle of life, and we thought about all the peace gardens that were planted after the Second World War. And we've even taken a small dove there in the style of the Twitter symbol to put in the peace garden. Great colourways. And then we thought we'd take you on a woodland walk. We've got owl panels and coordinates to go with this. So this is the 36 by 44 owl panel, which would be great for a child's bed or a wall hanging, and all the coordinates to go with it.
That's fun. Whimsical.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then also, this is for September delivery, is arts and crafts, and this takes the style of William Morris but modernises it and it's put into modern furnishing colours, and gives a very new look to a tried and tested design style.
And I like the color waves.
Yes.
Yeah, color waves. Yeah, nice. Oh, and fun quilt pattern
Yes.
with it.
And this one's soft focus. The idea behind this was not to have any harsh lines, so this is all done in watercolours, hand painted in our studio. A beautiful line, this one.
And that's what it reminds me of, watercolor painting.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Soft focus. We all look better in soft focus, don't we?
We do. We do. Yes, definitely.
And this one I named Babushka after the record by Kate Bush many years ago. But this is based on Russian designs from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan.
Oh.
All authentic designs from that area.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Great colours.
Yes.
And interesting design styles in there. So you've got the eye-cap there, the stripes, the big paisley with the star, the larger floral. A very distinctive style.
Yes, yes.
Then finally, Renaissance. Some really beautiful tulips, and with this one also we've done a wreath. And it's a 24-inch repeat. You get 3 across the piece, and you can use this for quilt centres or for cushions, or it'd be look good on the back of a jacket for you, Elizabeth.
Yes, it would. It would. So when is this available?
October.
October.
Yeah. So our range is for the autumn, August, September, October, 3 for each month.
Okay. And they will be all available in your local quilt shops.
Yes.
But I love the tulips.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes. Not only I'm half English and half Dutch, so the tulips. This is really special.
I'm half Welsh, but.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you. That's.
I thank you for sharing all this with us.
It's good to be with you on the TV again.
Yes, yes. Yeah. All the way from England. Thank you very much. And we'll be right back with more of Oregon Quilting. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Welcome back to Oregon Quilting. And you know my passion for bright colors. And we are here today. We're on location in Portland, Oregon. And I have with me Susan from Benartex, and she's going to tell us about this wonderful, wonderful line of fabric. And it's available. You'll be able to find it in your quilt shop, local quilt shop, in September. So that's just a few days away. So Susan, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, as you said, this booth, this is actually Canvas Fabrics, and this booth is really about color, and it's about creativity, and it's about enjoying. The line is called Floral Philosophy, so of course we decorated the booth with loads of flowers. And what you see here is even the floor is stenciled with flowers that is taken from the designs. You see some beautiful quilts back here. And again, the theme is enjoying color, enjoying floral patterns, enjoying all of the Jacobean swirls that are in here. You see a lot of different variations of it. And these lines are not only just for quilting. You see we've had home decorating here as well, the chairs. We see tote bags and all kinds of other projects which are great for shops who want to have smaller projects as well.
Yes, yes. And it's so bright. You know, sometimes we think quilts need to be somber, but I think more and more now with society, and it's so much fun. And so are these the fabrics over here in the collection?
Yes. As you see, there's, we've provided a whole variety of fabrics here. We have a white ground here for those people who want a lighter color, but it mixes beautifully with a black and white stripe.
Oh, fun.
Lots of mini prints to go with it, so you have lots of things to coordinate. And there's also a very interesting paisley that kind of gives it a modern touch as well. So you see the colors are just very, very vibrant. So it's all about appreciating color and creativity, and it's our floral philosophy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Susan. And now we're going to check out one of the other lines that you have.
Great, thank you so much.
We'll be right back. I'm still here on location, and now I have Crystal, and this is something I've never seen this fabric before. So would you tell us a little bit about it?
Welcome. This is Contempo Studios. We're making our debut here at Spring Market. It's another division of Benartex featuring more contemporary fabrics. This line is Cosmopolitan by Michelle D'Amour. She has 2 other collections. She's also debuting under the studio name. So we wanted to choose the yellow and gray colorway because it's nice, fresh, fun, and very on trend right now. It also comes in a bright blue colorway as well, with the blue, gray, and black and white. And then we also have a really fun and funky lime green. So welcome.
Lime green is big right now.
Yes, it is.
It's a big thing.
It's very fun. And since this is our new studio, we have a wonderful folder and flyer that features everything. As our saying goes, modern fabrics, Manhattan style. So welcome to Contempo Studios. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Oh, wow. So we can bring Manhattan to the West Coast. You see, they think that we're out here in no man's land and we still have cowboys and Indians. Well, we do, but also now we can have these fresh new looks. So this is really fun. And you have some other products that you made. We have a whole little room there.
Oh yes, we have a beautiful loft industrial space that our booth designers created, and it's wonderful. We have a lot of home deck, as you can see, also apparel that I'm wearing, and we have some beautiful bags and wall hangings and runners and plenty of quilts. So there's something for everybody, for a small project or for a large project.
A large project. So. Well, thank you, Crystal,
thank you, Elizabeth,
for joining us. Welcome back again, and we have a gorgeous quilt and patterns and a wonderful line of fabric, and this is Jackie, and she's going to explain all about it. She designs everything.
Oh, well, with help, yes, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, the new fabric collection is called He Still Loves Me, and he confirmed that he did, so that's good.
Yes.
And we've had a lot of fun working with it in many different ways. What you're looking at here is a quilt we're calling Lone Star Pizzazz. It's a Block of the Month program.
Oh,
So it's going to pop up in some of your stores in Oregon, I know for that for sure.
Oh, good.
And obviously in the very pretty and bright and sparkly in the greens and purples, but we can also do things in blue and yellow.
Which a lot of our people, I'm the purple person. A lot of our viewers I know are blue.
Our blue folks. So the line is focused around the daisies, that's where the name comes from, but we also have a lot of forget-me-nots in it.
And this, you can tell us about this. I love this.
This is a fat quarter project that involves 18 fat quarters and a 2-yard piece of border fabric. And from this one bundle, there are 6 different choices of quilts that can be made. And it all uses the very same fabric mix. So you have choices of things that you like that you can do with it.
And it also comes in 2 colorways.
It does.
The blue and the...
Yep, the purple and the blue.
And the blue.
Yeah.
Aren't those fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
And yes, he does still love me too.
Oh, good. That's the way we want to keep it.
That's the way we want to keep it, yes.
This is a table runner that Kay Right Handy designed for us.
Okay.
meadowlarks and sunflowers.
And meadowlark is the state flower of Oregon. I mean, the state bird of Oregon.
Is it? It is of
Yes.
Montana also.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, and this, this year we focused a lot on table runners. So this is not something that we've done.
No.
But, and when will this be available in the quilt shops?
Well, they're going to be shipping it soon.
Okay.
Very soon,
okay.
within the next month. So
Okay.
fabric will be there soon, and patterns
Okay.
are all available.
All right, so I thank you so
Well,
much.
thanks for
having me with
stopping.
us. So, and we'll see you again on Oregon Quilting. You know how I love tools and gadgets. Well, Marty has a whole lot. And so we're here and there's a whole display and we want you to see some of the wonderful new things. And last month we did the Kaleido ruler with a kaleidoscope. And that's just one of the many tools that she has to make our quilting easier. So thank you for joining us. And we have wonderful quilts that she's made hanging on the walls that show how to use the tools, and they're very, very simple. They make life really easy, and we'll be using more of them next month. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back with more Oregon Quilting. Welcome to Oregon Quilting, and we are on location, and we have such a wonderful program and segments for you. And today, I just happened to see this, and you know how I love interesting, unusual things. And when you take a regular product and do something strange with it, or wonderful, well, if you have to do something for school program or Bible school, or if you want the most outstanding party of the year at your house, you can do things like this. So I'm with Fairfield and I have Judy with me today, and she's going to tell us how this wonderful, wonderful garden party came about and how you too can do it. So Judy, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. We really started out quite simply here. We know we're a batting manufacturer, as you're aware, and we make all the soft stuff in the middle of your quilts and your pillows, and we know that sometimes it's an afterthought. And it's not the thing that people concentrate on. And we wanted to give folks a new perspective on how important batting is, right? So what we did was we took our batting and we've manipulated it so that we've dyed it. We've created a beautiful waterfall. I mean, polyester can be a little underappreciated, and I think we've given it some new life and dazzle.
Yes.
We've taken our batting and our cottons and our rayon from bamboo and cotton blends, and we've dyed them because they dye so beautifully and they get beautiful, brilliant color. And we've created what we think is really sort of a unique and attractive display that does translate into set designs and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's what we have here.
So what are some of, and we know this is the poly.
Yes.
And the little green stuff.
The green is actually polyester also. I'm going to try to step in here without falling. This green one is actually made from recycled plastic bottles. So if you think, Mountain Dew, this is what this is made from. And we used bonded polyester batting, we used needle punched polyester, and we've obviously lit it from behind, has that little Niagara Falls effect. And so really we just created, fun and interesting by just jagged cutting it. So nothing too fancy here. It really goes together quite simply. And we have beautiful flowers. I'd like to show you a couple things.
Show me. Yes, please.
All right. So we have some stones. Which,
they look just like rocks.
Right.
But lightweight.
Well, they're lightweight.
Isn't that fun?
And what's really fun about them is they're actually made of foam.
Okay.
And we dyed the batting, and we contoured, cut the foam, and then we glued it right over. And you know, because the dyeing takes, you know, doesn't take 100% evenly, it gives it that mottled effect. And then we actually created this moss from it's a rayon from bamboo fiber fill, and we dyed that, and that's how we made all the moss in the display here.
Okay.
So it really is truly the insides come out to life.
Come out instead of being hidden inside.
Right, and it's interesting.
The flower.
It's interesting how different effects can happen. So, for instance, this leaf looks really, really solid. This is a cotton batting, and it is one with a scrim. So it has that membrane that kind of holds the batting together, gives it strength. But you can see here, it doesn't actually dye itself. So you get an interesting effect here, which is also really kind of nice for texture and.
Right, and it looks like it's real because it's not just solid. Often when you dye things, it's a solid color, and you go, okay, that doesn't look very good.
Right.
Isn't that fun? And the flower itself?
And the flowers themselves, you know, were quite simply just petal shapes cut out of the batting, which has been stiffened with a secret gluing agent, and then it also dyed, and we just layered them together here and used, you know, florist wire and tape, and you know, quite simply put this together, and that's how all the flowers came together. And the hosta leaves, those have been bleached, so that gives it that, you know, two-tone effect that looks pretty authentic when you give that a glance.
It really does. It really does. It's so much fun, and it reminds me of, you know, way back where we used to do everything with felt. But this is just done with your product. Now, how about our lovely Bambi, our deer?
Our deer is actually, he's set on one of those wire frames that you see that's so popular at the holidays.
Oh!
So it's been padded with batting, and the batting has been dyed here also, and it almost has a velvety sort of texture to it. I don't know if you can see it closely in here. And we've used fiber fill to sort of decorate him because we dyed some, and this is some with some sparkle. And so basically he was a wireframe deer that we literally put a shell over.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so actually, if you guys wanted to do a party for something, you could keep your Christmas decorations and turn it into whatever, like the deer, or they have some other things at Christmas time. Wouldn't that be fun? You could make any kind of party you wanted.
Sure, and you can do it, you know, you could do it with pumpkins, you can do it with anything. And so you can, you know, this is the recycle, upcycle movement says, I'm tired of my wireframe deer or pumpkins or whatever, and now you can you know, put a shell on it and create your own really unique thing. And it's great too, because you can do it with the kids. You know, it's something, it's a nice family time. You can do it with scraps. Like, you know, these things are small. You don't have to have big pieces to make something fun.
And often when if you're doing a quilt and you make it the right size, well, often you've got pieces left, and well, what do you do with those pieces? So you can turn them into all kinds of things.
Yes.
So I know that you have batting that's just for quilt shops.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Can I share it with you?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So we introduced American Spirit. And American Spirit has 4 really great types of batting in it. This one happens to be the luxury blend, and this one is super, super soft. It's a needle punch batting, so you can either hand or machine quilt it. And it's made with rayon from bamboo and cotton. The styling on this package is you know, carried across the line. So we have 100% cotton. We have a 70-30 blend cotton polyester with a scrim. So nice to machine quilt. And so this packaging style holds through the whole line. So if you see this, you know you've got the right stuff.
That's the right stuff. Well, and one thing that we've been doing is the Quilts of Valor. And so really nice batting makes such a difference, because we're saying thank you to the veterans and for everything that they've done. And so it's really special to have, because it feels, once you make a quilt with this, they feel different.
They do. Well, and I think too, you put the love into the craft too, and that carries through. So I think every piece that you've chosen to use in them, you know, says you're important to us.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's right.
So
that's awesome.
I thank you, Judy, for joining us.
Elizabeth.
And why don't we have one other little display that we can show you.
Right.
welcome again to Oregon Quilting, and we are at International Quilt Market in Portland, Oregon, and I have a special guest, Chrisma, and she has done some things for us for Quilts of Valor, but I wanted her to tell you a little bit about Chrisma's Corner.
I'm a longarm quilter, and I started my business about 3 years ago. I have 6 kids, and I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So I bought a machine, and on a wing and a prayer, I put out an ad on an internet site that I had frequented and started a blog. And within 2 weeks, I had 60 quilts, and I've been going steady ever since.
Ever since. And Faith and Karen took their Quilts of Valor quilts up. They'd never quilted on longarm, and you showed them how, and we greatly appreciated that.
Quilts of Valor is close to our heart as families. My husband was a soldier, and I have 4 boys of my 6 kids, and a few of them are considering that. I have a son with Asperger's who made 10 Quilts of Valor from start to finish when he was 13 years old, and donated those to the soldiers. So he was part of the program of On Your Wings, or
Oh yes, Under Our Wings.
Under Our Wings, and he had a coach who worked with him. She was very good, taught him how to quilt from everything, taught him how to use the machine, thread it, cut the squares. They made some pretty significant patterns, and then I taught him how to use the long arm, and now he quilts as well. So, and he's a teenage boy. So
That's wonderful, because sometimes we look at special needs children and we forget that there's so much inside.
Yes.
They have so much inside, and it's just learning how to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
And Quilts of Valor, you know, that's dear to our hearts,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been doing so much with it. And so we appreciate that. And thank you for sharing with us today.
Yes, no
And we'll be back again.